Now we're going to consider something called systematic sampling. They use this a lot in quality control. This is a sample where every kth item of your sampling frame, that's the part of the population that's accessible to you to sample, is selected, and you're starting from you start from a randomly selected first element. So in other words, you randomly select a starting point and then you sample every 10th item on an assembly line, for example. So let's illustrate this. In example 9, we've got a researcher here who wants to take a systematic sample of size 20 from a population of 1,000 individuals. How can that be done? So what process would we go through? So, well, if we have a sample of size 20 from a population of 1,000, then we know that if we take that 1,000 and we divide it by 20, then that's going to leave us 50. That quotient is 50. So that's saying here that we're going to have to select every 50th item, or in this case, every 50th individual. So our first step here would be to number the individuals from 1 to 1,000. And step 2, we would randomly select a starting point, our starting individual. And for example, say that that is the 60th individual. And then starting with 60, we'll sample every 50th individual. So our sample is going to be person number 60, and then we'll add 50 to that, that's 110, and then we'll add 50 to that, that's 160, and we keep on going. So this is going to be 210, 260, we'll keep going, we'll get up to 910, and then 960. We won't quite be done there. If we add 50 one more time, we get 1,010. But there's no 1,000, there's only 1,000 individuals. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to cycle back around to the start, and instead of 1,010, we'll subtract off the 1,000, and we just get the 10th individual. So we can put that on in front. Okay, so this is our first in the sample, our second, and so on, and then this is going to be the 20th in the sample. So if your starting point is higher than the number k, this is every kth item, so this is our value of k equals 50. So if your starting item is bigger than k, you're going to have to cycle around to the beginning again and subtract off the total population size. Now, one way to get around that is to randomly select a start, but only select a random number from 1 to 50. And that way you're not going over 50. So, for example, we back up. If in step 2 we had selected instead of the 60th, just to make things easy, say that we sampled the 5th person. That was our randomly selected. Then in step 3, our sample is going to consist of person number 5, and then add 50, 55, add 50, 105, keep going, 155, 205, 255, etc., all the way up to 955. And then that way we don't have to wrap around and start at the beginning. And you may find that easier. In fact, I think it is easier. But they're both systematic samples.